Welcome students. In this video we shall learn about liquid crystals. Liquid crystals brought so much improvisation in the features of gadgets like computer, watches, calculator in reducing their size, improving the picture quality and making them thin. Now we shall see how liquid crystal are helpful in improving their properties. And before that we shall discuss the three states of matter and their properties. The three states of matter which we know are solids, liquids, and gases, and we shall see their properties. All the three states of matter has definite mass, shape. Solids have definite shape, and liquids they do not have definite shape. The shape of the container in which they are stored. Gases also do not have definite shape. Volume. Solids have definite volume, liquids have definite volume, gases do not have definite volume. The volume of the gas is equals to the volume of the container in which they are stored. Compressibility means reducing volume. Solids are not compressible, liquids are also not compressible, whereas gases are highly compressible. By applying pressure their volume can be decreased. Fluidity or mobility. Solids are they do not In solids fluidity is not possible. Liquids can flow, gases also can flow. Rigidity. Solids are highly rigid, liquids are less rigid, gases are not at all rigid. Diffusion. Moving from one place to another place is called as diffusion. In solids the diffusion is very slow, liquids diffusion is fast, and gases the diffusion is very fast. Space between particles. It depends upon intermolecular forces of attraction. Those intermolecular forces of attraction are strong in solids, so the space between the particles in solids are less and those are closely packed. In liquids, those forces of attraction are weak compared to solids, so those are less closely packed. In gases, even less weaker forces of attraction present in gases, and those are least closely packed. Gases are least closely packed. And liquid state is treated as intermediate of solid state and gaseous state. In solid state, the components of the constituent particles of the solid will occupy a fixed position and vibrate about their fixed position, whereas in gases the molecules can move throughout the container in which they are stored. So like gases, liquid molecules are also can move in the container in which they are stored, unlike solids where the constant particles position are fixed. And in uh, s- solids are incompressible and they have definite volume. Like like solids, liquids are also incompressible and they have definite volume. So liquids have some properties like incompressibility similar to solids, and some properties like mobility similar to gases. So liquids have some properties similar to solids and some properties similar to gases. So liquid state is treated as intermediate state or transition state of solids and gases. Now let us see what type of interaction forces are present in the different states of matter. The attractive interaction between different molecules of a substance are called as intermolecular forces, and the magnitude of forces are maximum in solids and those are less in liquids and even less in gases. Let's see different type of interactions. First type of interactions are dipole-dipole interactions. Dipole means dipole exists only in case of polar molecules. So this type of interactions exist between two polar molecules. Let us take the example of HCl. It is a polar molecule. It has H plus and Cl minus. Take another HCl, it is also polar, H plus, it exists as H plus and Cl minus dipole. Now there exists an attraction forces between this negative charge and positive charge. This type of attraction is called as dipole-dipole attractions. Next type of interactions are ion-dipole interactions. So again this type of interactions exist between ion and a polar molecule. For this let us take the example of dissolving sodium chloride in water. Sodium chloride, there are ions in sodium chloride, sodium plus cation and Cl minus anion. It interacts with the water which is having dipole as water is polar. Now there exists an attraction forces between Na plus positive charge and negative end of water, and this negative end of water there exists an attraction forces. This type of attraction forces are called as ion dipole interactions, and this phenomenon is called as hydration of ions. Now next type of interactions are dipole and induced dipole interactions. So for existing so this exists between a polar molecule which exists as dipole and a non-polar molecule which is not having any charge. Such type of interactions are called as dipole and induced dipole interactions. For this, the example is HCl is a polar molecule and H2O2. Such type of molecules are non-polar, they do not have any dipole. So now we cannot expect any forces of attraction between this polar molecule and non-polar. But however, in the presence of this polar molecule, this non-polar molecule will also develop positive and negative charge. This end, which is close to the negative end of the dipole, will develop positive charge, and positive charge is induced on this molecule. Now there exists an attraction forces there between this negative end dipole and induced dipole. Such type of interactions are called as dipole and induced dipole interactions. And last type of interactions are instantaneously or temporarily dipole and induced dipole interactions. These are also called as London dispersion forces. These are generally seen in neutral or neutral molecules or inert gases like helium, neon and argon, in which there is no source of positive and negative charges. We don't expect any interaction forces, and the electron cloud about these atoms is symmetrically distributed as shown here. But however, sometimes the electron cloud is not symmetrically distributed, and this distribution will become uneven, so that electron cloud will be more distributed to one side, left side here, and it is less distributed to the right side here. Wherever the electron density is more, it is given negative charge, and other side will acquire positive charge. In this way, temporarily a dipole is developed in this neutral atom, and and after developing a positive and negative charge in this, it will induce a positive and negative charge in an atom adjacent to this, so that here positive charge is there, the negative charge will develop here, and again positive charge will develop here. Now there exist an attraction forces between instantaneously or temporarily developed dipole and induced dipole. These type of interactions are called as London dispersion forces. This is mainly seen in inert gases like helium, neon, argon, which are generally neutral. Now let us see what are called as liquid crystals. And we know that most of the liquids are isotropic. Isotropic means if any physical property magnitude is same in all directions, then we call it as isotropic. If the physical property magnitude or value is different in different directions, we call it as anisotropic. And we know that in liquids there is no definite pattern of arrangement, and those are randomly arranged. In case of random arrangement, isotropy we will see. So liquids are isotropic, whereas solids are anisotropic. In of the seven crystal systems, all the seven crystal systems are anisotropic except cubic crystal system. So all the liquids are isotropic. Let us take one of the example of heating the solid para-cholesterol benzoate. When it is fused, it will convert into a liquid state via forming an intermediate turbid state. And experimentally it is found that this intermediate turbid state is anisotropic. We know that anisotropy is the characteristic of solid. So this intermediate turbid state has the characteristic of solid, and it is mobile like liquid, so it has the properties of liquid also. So it is a liquid but having the solid character, so it is called as crystalline liquid. And this liquid is having anisotropy, we call it as anisotropic liquids. And Friedel named this intermediate state as mesophoric state, means intermediate form or mesoform, and those substances which are having liquid crystal character are highly stable and do not decompose on heating. So this intermediate state, which is intermediate state, that is turbid, is called as liquid crystals. And the temperature at which this solid is converting into liquid turbid liquid crystal state is called as transition temperature, and the temperature at which this liquid crystal is converting into liquid is called as melting point. And these are some of the examples of substances which are showing liquid crystal behavior, and their transition temperature and melting points are shown here. Now the question is, which compounds will show liquid crystal behavior? Does all solids show liquid crystal behavior and form intermediate liquid crystal state? Only those compounds which have rigid molecular structure, having aromatic rings or long carbon chain with polar end groups will show liquid crystal behavior. Polar end groups like OR, COOR, and those containing C double bond C, heteroatom pi bond, C double bond N, N double bond O, such type of compounds will only show liquid crystal behavior. These are the examples of liquid crystals. In this, a rigid carbon framework is there, end polar group is there, so it will form a liquid crystal. In this also, rigid carbon framework with carbon heteroatom pi bond, end polar group is there, so it will also have liquid crystal intermediate state. So this also have long chain carbon framework with end polar group, so it will also form this turbid intermediate state. And if we look at the structure, there is an polar end groups. Polar interactions are strong interactions, so it will give rise to strong interactions like solid characteristics, and this carbon framework will have weak intermolecular forces of interaction as liquids. So these type of compounds will have strong interactions like solid as well as weak interactions, less strong interactions like liquid, so they form an intermediate liquid crystal state. Check out all these compounds whether they can form intermediate mesomorphic state or not. This have a long chain carbon framework with end polar group, so it will form liquid crystal. This also will form liquid crystal. It also have long carbon frame rigid framework with the end polar group. It will also form liquid crystal. But look at this, it has rigid carbon framework but there is no end polar group, so it will not form an intermediate liquid crystal state. So this compound biphenyl will directly convert, when this biphenyl solid is heated, it will directly converted into liquid without forming an intermediate liquid crystal state. Now let us see the classification of liquid crystals. Based on the arrangement of molecules in the liquid crystal, they are classified into three types, namely nematic, smectic and cholestric. Nematic in Greek means thread-like or needle-like. Smectic means soap-like or layered structure. Cholestric means those are the derivatives of cholesterol. And structure, in nematic crystals, the molecules are arranged in a parallel way like soda straws or needles. In smectic crystals, the force of attraction are more compared to nematic, so they are arranged in the form of layers. In cholestric crystals, there are multiple layers in which each layer is slightly rotated with respect to the layer above and below, so as to form a helical structure. Mobility, as there are less molecular forces of attraction in nematic crystals, these are free to slide or roll around its own axis. In smectic crystals, there is restricted motion compared to nematic crystal. They can rotate about their own axis, but they cannot slide over with respect to the planes, with respect to the layers above and below it. In cholestric crystals, they can rotate about their own axis. Next is molecular ordering. This is less in nematic crystals. The orderly arrangement is more in smectic, and even more orderly arrangement is seen in cholestric crystals. Opacity. As there is no molecular ordering or less orderly arrangement, nematic crystals can pass light to can pass light through them, so those are translucent. Whereas smectic crystals, they cannot allow light to pass through them, so they are opaque. And cholesteric also, they also being having highly ordered arrangement, they do not allow light to pass through them, so they are opaque. Next, about positional and orientational order. Nematic crystals, there is no positional order, but there is an orientational order. In smectic and cholesteric crystals, there is positional and orientational order. These are the images of three types of liquid crystals. You see here in nematic crystals, all are arranged in this way. So all are arranged in one orientation, in one direction. So there is an orientational or directional order, but all of them are not in one plane, or there is no positional order. In smectic crystal, all are arranged in one direction, so there is a directional order or orientational order, and all are arranged in one plane, so there is also a positional order. In cholesteric crystal, for each layer there is an orientational order, all like this arranged here, in this arranged in this way, in this all molecules are arranged in this only, in this all are arranged in this way only. So there is an orientational order or directional order as well as positional order in cholesteric crystals. Now let us see the applications of liquid crystals. These are used in liquid crystal displays in digital watches, calculators, computers, video displays, flat screen monitors, car, ship and aircraft instrumentation, and they give very clarity images, and the size of these devices will also be very thin and lightweight if LCDs are used. Now we shall see the properties of LCDs, which liquid crystals, which give all these features. Liquid crystals have unusual electrical and optical properties which are helpful in giving this high picture quality and these features. Liquid crystals are polar in nature, they have end polar group. So they interact with the electric field applied. When they interact with the applied electric field, they change their orientation. As the intermolecular forces of attraction are weak in liquid crystals, like if we take nematic liquid crystals, the intermolecular forces of attraction are weak. In the presence of an applied electric field, they can change their orientation. By changing the orientation, either they can allow light or they can block the light which is passing through them. So by that it will form, whenever it is allowing light, it will form bright image on the screen. If it do not allow light, it will form dark image on the screen. And based on this property, whether it is translucent or opaque, we will get different images. Let us illustrate this with an example later. And these are the images of classical monitor which is using cathode ray tube, and another is LCD display. This is LCD display. Look at the size of both of them. CRT monitor is having big size, whereas LCD is thin and it is heavy, whereas LCD monitor is lightweight. Power consumption in CRT monitor is very much, whereas in LCD it is less. For a CRT, the components present in CRT are vacuum glass tube, POSPER screen, electron gun, deflection plate. All these components make the device very big. Whereas LCD, the components are very simple and very thin, like glass plates, nematic liquid crystal, light source and electrodes. All these components will form very thin layer, and so the LCD display devices are thin. This is the classical old model calculator which is very heavy, whereas this is LCD calculator which is handy and thin. Now we shall see the working of LCD devices. The main components in the LCD devices contains a layers in which there is a light source. After that, a polarizer will be there. Then two transparent electrodes, between them a nematic liquid crystal will be there. Then it is attached to a screen. Light source is the source of light which will generate light. Then it is passed through the polarizer. The role of polarizer is it will allow only one particular directions of wave, light wave. Light wave generated from any source have the vibration in all possible directions. Light wave generated from any source have the light waves in all waves vibrating in all possible directions. But when this light wave is passed through the polarizer, all these waves will be restricted and only the light waves which are vibrating in the direction of polarizer will be allowed. So here we have a horizontal polarized light, so all the waves will be restricted or cancelled and only horizontal waves vibrating in only horizontal direction will be allowed through this polarizer. And after that, this polarized horizontally polarized light will pass through the nematic crystal and then it will reach the other polarizer and then screen. Now suppose let us consider the two situation whenever there is voltage is applied in between the electrodes, like this here in this case. Whenever voltage is applied, these nematic liquid crystals which are polar in nature will interact with the applied voltage and will align themselves in this way. Now the light from source after passing through the polarizer will convert into horizontally polarized light, and later on it will pass through the nematic liquid crystal and then it will reach another polarizer. Now the light which is reaching the another polarizer is horizontally polarized, but the polarizer present here, the second polarizer is vertically polarized. So this vertical polarizer will not permit the horizontal polarized light, so no light reaches the screen and we will get a dark image in that portion where that liquid crystal is occupying. On the other hand, let us see when voltage is off. Voltage is off like this. Whenever the voltage is off, this nematic liquid crystal will be randomly oriented. Now the light coming from the source after passing through the polarizing filter, it will be converted to horizontal polarized light. Now it will pass through the nematic liquid crystal. Now this nematic crystal which is randomly oriented, now it will twist the direction of the plane polarized light. As it is shown here, this is horizontally polarized light. When it is passing through this nematic liquid crystal, it is changing its direction and it's changing its orientation to the vertical. Now it has changed its orientation from horizontal polarized light to vertical polarized light. After reaching this second polarizer here, now this light can pass through this vertical polarizer because light is also vertically polarized. And this passed light through the second polarizer will reach the screen and we will get bright image in place of that liquid crystal. So in this way, either we can get dark image in the present whenever voltage is on, or we can get a bright image when voltage is off. So to get these images or these marks on the screen, we have to either apply voltage or put off the voltage. Now let us take the example here. In this mobile, O alphabet is displayed on the screen. To get the O alphabet on the screen, assume a panel of liquid crystals are there on the screen in which voltage is applied on the liquid crystals which form the shape of the O or which form the outline of the O, so that only that portion which forming the outline of the O, only that liquid crystals do not allow light to pass through it, so it will form a dark patch like this, and rest of the portion will allow. As a voltage is not applied on the rest of the portion, it will allow the light and it will form a bright portion. So we are getting a image or mark of O on a bright screen. In this way we can get any another image also. If we want another letter like 8, if we want 8 along with this applying voltage along with this liquid crystals which form the shape of the O, we have to apply voltage on these liquid crystals also. so that light will not pass through that liquid crystal, and it will also form a dark patch, so that we can get 8 shape. In this way, by applying voltage on those particular liquid crystals which form the shape of the required alphabet or number, we can get our desired shapes. And by pressing particular key on the phone, this voltage on and off will be automatically done. In this way, we will get images by using liquid crystal, and uh, this is possible because the liquid crystal will change their orientation. And in this way, we are using a very simple devices like polarizer and liquid crystals to get images. So the for getting display, we are using very compact devices, so these gadgets are also very thin, whereas CRT based gadgets are very big in size. And the images which we get in case of LCD display are very clear, because we are using here because here we are using a plain polarized light rather than unpolarized ordinary light, so the images appearing here are very clear. So it is mainly based on, we are getting images mainly based on blocking light. So to get patch here, we are not allowing light. On the rest of the screen, light is allowed. So we are getting images based on the principle of blocking of light. And these images are also very clear. Clarity of the image is also high. The other application of liquid crystals are, they are used in thermography. They are used to detect tumors in the body. For this purpose, cholesteric type of liquid crystals are used. They have helical structures. The distance between any two discs of a cholesteric liquid crystal is called as pitch. By changing the temperature, this pitch length will vary. Whenever the pitch length will change, the wavelength of the light reflected by the cholesteric liquid crystal will also change. This change in the wavelength is reflected in the change of the color of light ray, which is reflected by the liquid crystals. So healthier cells in the body will be in one particular temperature, and the tumor affected cells will be in another temperature. So healthier cells will reflect light of one wavelength, and tumor cells will reflect of another wavelength or color. So here it is shown that different colored light reflected at different temperatures. So by change in the temperature, we are getting reflections of different color. So in this way, we can detect the temperature of the body, and we can detect tumors present in the body. So in this way, liquid crystals are used in LCD displays, and they are used in thermography. They are also used in temperatures, because the temperature required for converting liquid crystal state into liquid state is very low. So they can also be used in the form of thermometers also. Thank you.